My name is Dr. Larry Steigelman. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I deliver babies and take care of women's general health needs, both medical and surgical. I very much enjoy the obstetric part of my practice. In fact, that's one of the reasons that I ended up as an obstetrician gynecologist. I was originally in family practice and went back to my hometown up in Michigan and did family practice for a number of years. Decided that the thing that I liked the most about family practice was delivering babies. So I went back and did a OB/GYN residency and then moved to here, to Georgia, to practice obstetrics. We do a wide variety of obstetrics here in Noonan. We have a number of high-risk obstetrical patients, probably more than you would expect in a town this size. And I think our hospital does an excellent job with those. One of the more interesting things that we're offering and have been doing for a couple of years now in terms of surgical procedures is in-office surgery. We've started doing procedures for women with heavy periods and sterilization procedures in the office, which is very nice from a patient standpoint because they don't have to have anesthesia, they don't have to go to the hospital. They can have these procedures done in their office and then go home. In addition to that, it is economically nicer for the patient because they don't have as many co-pays and insurance deductibles and things like that, which are important to everybody these days. When these procedures are done in the office, they end up being easier, more convenient, and cheaper. The NovaSure is about a 10-minute procedure where the uterine lining tissue is destroyed, in many cases permanently, and most patients have either no periods or very, very light periods after that procedure is done. And the latest thing is a sterilization procedure called eSure, which is done by passing a small catheter up through the cervix into the uterus and placing a device in the fallopian tube that blocks the tubes, giving the patient permanent birth control. The two most exciting hobbies, or most things that I enjoy doing most in my spare time, are scuba diving and photography. And as you can see from looking around, I've kind of combined those into one hobby. I got into scuba diving probably about 20 years ago when my son got old enough to learn to dive, which at that time was 12 years old. We took scuba diving lessons together, and we've dove all over Florida, the Caribbean. We go to the Cayman Islands and Bonaire and Curacao and Mexico. A lot of these pictures were taken on a trip to the Galapagos Islands that he and I did several years ago. This is a sea lion that was very interested in seeing what I was doing with the camera, so he came right up to the lens at that point. That was pretty exciting. We've got a hammerhead shark over here, and this one. And that was pretty exciting too. And on the opposite wall, probably the most exciting thing I've ever seen underwater is the whale shark. Divers rarely see these because they only come to certain locations, and in the Galapagos it's an excellent place to see whale sharks if you're lucky, and we were lucky enough to see 20 or 30 of them on the trip that we were there. That guy there just sort of appeared out of the blue, sort of like materializing out of the mist. That was pretty exciting. I am Dr. Larry Steigelman, and I am PAPP Clinic.